Israelites, we coming out here to prophesy the downfall of America, the United States of America, and these wicked ass Israelites and these other nations that don't want to come back to the understanding of the Lord. We come out here to condemn you people.
That's right.
Give me Proverbs 4 and 7. Because a lot of people think, they know something, especially the Israelite man and woman. They think they know something. They think they got all the wisdom in the world when they go into these churches or they read into these other philosophies, like they're learning something and some understanding of the Most High. Read that.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 7.
Come on.
Wisdom is the principal thing.
See, it says wisdom is the principal thing. Read.
Therefore, get wisdom.
So the Most High said you better get wisdom. But what kind of wisdom? Let's see. Read.
And with all thy understanding.
No, read it right.
Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting understanding.
Hold up. And with all thy getting, everything that you see and that you're reading in the Bible, get what?
Get understanding.
So you got to get an understanding of the things you see and you read in the scriptures. And a lot of you niggas, you don't have it, man. You think you got it, but you don't. Going to these churches, you're not getting wisdom like that.
Right.
You're actually getting dumber. You get dumber and dumber when you go to these churches. That's what you're doing when you into all these other false religions that you in, like Islam. You niggas don't know who you are, man. And you don't care. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. Because a lot of you walking around here, you don't know who you are, you don't give a damn about knowing who you are, and you just want to stay in this simple ass state that you in, man.
Right.
You just want to be niggas and hoes. That's it. A nigga want to be a goddamn rapper, a drug dealer, and these hoes want to be strippers and prostitutes, man. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Not even knowing who you are. You kings and queens of the earth. Read that, man.
The ox knows his owner.
So it says the ox knoweth his owner. This is what God comparing his people to. See that? Two stupid animals. He ain't comparing you to no kings and queens. He comparing you to goddamn animals, man. It says the ox, even he know who owns him. Read.
And the ass, his master's crib.
And the donkey know where his home is. You could take him away 50-some miles away from his home. He know how to get home. But you blacks and Hispanics, y'all don't know where y'all from. Read.
But Israel.
But you Israelites, you black and Hispanics, read.
Do it not know.
You don't know who you are. Read.
My people.
And he said, my people, read.
Do it not consider.
They don't even care. They don't even stop to think and try to say, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Who was I before the so-called white man conquered me? Right. My people don't consider. Read.
But Israel do it not know. My people do it not consider.
My people don't consider. Read.
A sinful nation.
They are a sinful nation. Read.
A people laden with iniquity.
See that? Our people are laden with sin. Read.
A seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoer, man. Read.
Children that are corrupters.
Right.
They are forsaking the Lord.
They are forsaken. They've left the Bible. What's up, man? What's your nationality? What's your nationality? Like what nation of people you come from? You know? You don't know? Are you a so-called white man? You're a white man? Come here for a second. Let me ask you a question, man. You got a little time, man. So now, you're a white man, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. You can just stand on this side over here. You don't gotta come, right here. So you say you're a white man, right? So how do you feel about slavery?
It wasn't right.
It wasn't right? So tell me, what do you know about slavery? What happened in slavery? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That your people conquer my people, right?
Bought
your
people.
Say it again?
We bought your people from your people.
Right. So you said that wasn't right. So right?
Yeah.
So how do my people get justice from your people? What if you was in the condition I'm in? Let's say I was a white man and you was a black man. How would you feel about white people? Honest. We having an honest dialogue. Be honest, man. How would you feel if you was black and I was white? How would you feel about the atrocities that my people did to your people if I was a white man?
Honestly, I think that back then doesn't matter what we got going on now.
So you said that doesn't matter. The past don't matter.
I didn't do it to you. You know
Right.
what I mean? And you didn't do it to me. That was our ancestors a long, long time ago.
Right. So you don't think it's still going on now? Oppression? That your people still oppressing my people?
They do. They do. They do.
Right. So now give me Deuteronomy 32 and say, you believe in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you believe in the Bible, but you're smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
So you don't believe in the Bible because the Bible speaks about life. Cigarettes promotes death, right?
Right.
Okay. So now read that. 32 and 7.
Deuteronomy 32 and 7.
Now watch this. Read.
Remember the days of old.
See, God says, remember the days of old. So I shouldn't forget what your people did to mine, right? Okay, read.
Consider the years of many generations.
So that happened many generations ago, right? With the transatlantic slave trade. So the Lord said, consider that though. I have to remember what your people did to mine. Read.
Ask thy fathers.
Ask the fathers, because you know the fathers. Our fathers don't really know this history like this. The Bible is the fathers. These prophets are the fathers. So we read the Bible, read.
And he will show you.
And see, and they're showing us what your people did to our people, right? So now, like I said, so back to the question that I asked. What should happen to so-called white people to compensate black people? Should I put you in slavery? No? You don't think that's justice? So what's justice then? Just forgetting it?
I mean, let bygones be bygones.
Well, how can we make bygones be bygones? That's not making bygones be bygones. If you up one, right?
I'm not. No.
Why you say you're not up one?
I'm not up one because I didn't do it.
But your forefathers did. Give me Isaiah 14 and 21. I'm gonna show you what God said. So should I believe you? What's your name, by the way? James. So James, should I believe what you're saying, or should I believe the Bible? Should I go according to your understanding, or should I go into what God says? Which one is more valid? Your understanding of the Bible. Because my people will believe, majority of my people will say the same thing you saying right now. That bygones be bygones, but that's not how God feel though. Because don't you believe in karma?
Yeah.
What goes around comes around? Then how can you say let bygones be bygones if you believe karma? So your people haven't went through what mine's been through, right? Because this what the Bible is about, redemption. It's about retribution. It's about reaping what you sow. So now read that. Let's see what's supposed to happen to you because of what your forefathers did. Because I'm paying for it. I didn't do nothing. I was born into slavery. You know? So what did I do for the cops to stop and frisk me and won't frisk you? What did I do to deserve that? I'm paying for something my forefathers did. Read that.
Right. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter.
It says prepare slaughter for who?
For his children.
For his children. You are the children of your forefathers. Read.
For the iniquity.
For the sins of who?
Of their fathers.
So you got to pay for what your fathers did. You said James, right?
Right.
James, you got to pay for that. You understand that? Is that fair?
I reckon so.
So are you ready to go into slavery? Revelation 13 now. Are you ready to go into slavery, James?
I'm not going to go into slavery.
So how you not going to go into slavery? Because what?
It's not happening. It's not hard.
But it will happen though. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You can't stop it, James. You know? You gotta go through what we went through and what my people went through because of the rape, robbing, and murder that your people committed on the land. Read that.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 9.
Here you go, James. Pay attention. Read.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
You got an ear, right? You got understand. It's talking about understanding. If you can understand this, read.
He that leadeth into captivity.
See that? If you take a nation of people and you put them in captivity, James, read.
Shall go into captivity.
You got to go into captivity, James. I know you playing on that phone, James. You ain't trying to hear it. But this is something you better adhere to because you're going to have to deal with this one day, James. And there ain't going to be no more cigarettes in the kingdom either. You have to, because I'm going to want my slaves to be built, bucked, and ready to build the new kingdom. Read.
Right. He that killeth with the sword.
So your people kill and rape, rob, and murder my people with the sword. Read.
Must be
what?
killed. Must.
What?
Must.
Must, James. Must be what?
Be killed with the sword.
It must be killed. You gotta have. It has to happen to you too, James. You can't just get away scot-free like that, James. You gotta pay for your forefathers' sin, just like I'm paying for mine. You know what your people doing right now, James, don't you? Be honest. be real for once, James. You know what your people have done to my people, right?
Yeah.
Right. So now,
but your people sold to our people.
No, that ain't what happened. Let's see. Yeah, of course, James. Now you got.
I'm waiting on somebody.
Okay, so but me and Africans and Negroes are not the same. You do know that, right? It's the difference between an African and a nigger, right?
Yeah.
You don't know because you just said my people. So you said your people sold your people to my people. That's not what happened. That's not what happened, James. So you gonna go into captivity, man. You better get ready for that, James.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You better get ready, James. It's coming. America is about to fall. And you so-called white people, y'all going into slavery, man, because it's only right.